If you've been wondering how to blend together your essential oils so they smell amazing and actually work, then this video is totally for you, because I'm about to break down 5 simple steps that'll have you blending essential oils like an expert in no time at all. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and make sure you ring that little bell so you'll be notified every time that I come out with a new video about essential oils, aromatherapy, botanical skincare, and aromatherapy entrepreneurship. So I've been working and blending essential oils for well over 20 years. I'm a certified clinical aromatherapist, I'm a clean beauty product developer, and I've co-authored 2 best-selling books about plant-based beauty and aromatherapy. And I started the very first aromatherapy school in New York City back in 2013 called the New York Institute of Aromatherapy. And over these many years of using essential oils, blending for clients, blending for companies, I have honed and perfected a really unique approach to blending that I call the Blend Solution Framework. And in this video, I am going to break it down into some really simple steps so you can understand and start using your essential oils like an expert and create blends that smell amazing and really work. So what you're going to need is actually some essential oils, at least 5. And I would definitely recommend that you have a notebook or something to take notes with as we go through everything. And make sure that you check out the description, because I also have a free download in there which goes through all of the steps that I am walking you through in this video. Okay, and make sure that you comment and leave questions, because I definitely want to help you and answer any questions you might have about blending. So let's get started. So make sure you have your notebook out and your essential oils ready. And the very first thing, step 1, is that you have to come up with an intention. And what I mean by intention is that, what is this blend for? Why are you making it? Do you have a headache? Do you have a heartache? Do you have something itchy growing on your foot? What is the situation that you want to soothe and deal with by using essential oils? So what is the intention? What is it for? And then part of understanding intention is, what do you want that outcome to be? How do you want to resolve this situation? Do you want the skin to feel calmer? Do you want to reduce inflammation? Do you want your heart to feel less broken? Do you want your headache to be relieved? What is that outcome that you're looking for? Okay, so write in your notebook, what is my intention? So that's step 1. Step 2 is, what is my approach? How am I going to approach this intention? So if I'm dealing with physical pain like sciatica or a bruise or a sprain or something physical that's happening, manifesting itself physically in the body that's causing pain or something like that, then we want to make sure that our approach, right, is going to be physical. We want to soothe that discomfort in the physical body. Or healing someone's emotions. Maybe they're super, super angry and wound up, or really, really stressed out and nervous, or they're suffering from a broken heart, or something emotional is going on with them. Okay, and it's really this emotional imbalance, this emotional issue. So you're going to want to approach blending from an emotional perspective to soothe and balance out that emotional issue. Okay? The other option you have is, maybe you want to approach this situation from an understanding of integrating the mind and the body, right? And you want more of a holistic approach to try to balance the mind and the body. So you have 3 choices when you're choosing your approach. Are you going to approach it from the physical, just soothing a symptom? Are you approaching it from an emotional, psychological, spiritual, where you want to just ease kind of emotional unrest or discomfort? Or are you looking for a mind-body connection and integration and you want to approach it holistically? So the next thing you're going to write in your notebook is my approach is physical or emotional or holistic, where you're connecting the mind and the body. Number 3, now it's time to select your essential oils, okay? And I recommended when we started the video that you should have at least 5 essential oils by your side. Now, if you're just starting out, you may not even know which essential oils to choose yet, and that's okay. As I mentioned, I have a PDF linked in the description with some descriptions about some of the essential oils that you might be able to start using and understanding right away. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your essential oils out, right? And you're going to place them near you, and you're going to think of the intention, you're going to think of your approach, and you're going to start smelling the essential oils. Because part of this process, the number 3 step, is really connecting with the aroma and knowing that the aroma is going to be beautiful and that you want things to connect in a beautiful, synergistic way from a smelling point of view. So in order to do that, what I do is I take out my essential oils, okay? So I have some copaiba here, and I have some geranium, okay? And I have some helichrysum. And I'm going to pull these essential oils together, and I'm going to hold them like this, and I'm just going to place them under my nose and smell them together and see if I like that aroma. If I don't like it, then it's time to switch out for another oil. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep like switching out different oils and switching out different oils until I find 3 oils that I think smell absolutely beautiful together. Now, obviously, choosing those oils, you want to make sure that they resonate and have an affinity to both your intention and your approach. So if your intention is to relieve a sprained, right, there's pain in a sprained ankle, there's bruising, there's swelling, so you want to reduce the pain and reduce the swelling, and your approach is going to be physical, you are going to want to choose essential oils that you know will get rid of pain and reduce inflammation. So you may want to choose things like, you know, eucalyptus or peppermint or lavender or chamomile, for example. Now, obviously, you might need to learn a little bit more about the essential oils in order to select those. But as I said, I have a great PDF attached below, and this is where getting further education could be of really great benefit if you want to continue blending essential oils. But for right now, just use what you have, and your goal, right, is to get 3 oils that smell amazing together, okay? So mix and match until you find 3 that smell beautiful. Number 4, figuring out the recipe. So once you figure out your oils that you want to blend together, and you've chosen between 3 and 5, okay? I think 3 is a little easier when we're first starting out, but you can go up to 5. Is now you're gonna smell each individual oil on its own, and you're gonna concentrate on whether that aroma smells super, super strong, or if it disappears quickly. And if it doesn't disappear quickly, what I recognize is that the aroma kind of lingers in my nose long after I've pushed the oil away. So I have 3 areas of scoring the oils. There's ones that I smell and I put it away and I'm still smelling it in my nose. So if it's that kind of a strong, pungent, lingering aroma, I score it between a 1 and a 3. If it's an aroma that I smell and then I put it away and it disappears almost immediately, I score it as a 5 to an 8. And if it's an essential oil, then I'm not really, it kind of is in between those, then I put it somewhere in the middle, between a 3, maybe a 5, maybe up to a 6. And what I'm gonna ask you to do in your notebook is smell each of these oils that you've selected and try to score them between 1 and 3. Once you've figured out that scoring, you are going to then use the score that you gave the oil as the amount of drops that you're going to use in your recipe. So I smelled this helichrysum and I scored it at about a 3. It was very pungent, heavier, lingered in my nose. So I'm gonna write helichrysum 3 in my notebook. The next oil I chose is the copaiba. And that kind of disappeared very quickly, almost as soon as I smelled it. So I'm gonna score that higher, between a 5 and an 8. I'm actually gonna make it really high, like at a 7, because it really disappeared quickly. So in my notebook, I'm gonna write copaiba 7. And then I have my geranium. And this one was a little heavier, kind of like the helichrysum. So I'm gonna score it down near the helichrysum number of about 3. So in my notebook, I write 3. So then I'm ready for step 5, which is blending it all together. And to do this, I am going to have my little recipe that I just scored, right? The aromatic intensity of copaiba was it a 7 or an 8, the helichrysum was a 3, the geranium was a 3, and together that is a total of 14 drops. So then I'm ready to blend my essential oils together. I recommend blending them in a beaker or a bottle. So I have like a beaker here, like a little glass beaker like this, or a glass bottle. And then what you would do is you would mix it up, stir it, smell it, and then if you want to add another oil or add something else in there, that's your chance to do it. Just make sure that you write that down in your notebook. So there you go, you guys. You have 5 easy steps to start blending like an expert. And don't forget, I linked a great free PDF download below that walks you through everything that I've talked about in this video in this amazing free blending guide. All right, so if you haven't subscribed already, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and please share with me what you found valuable. I wanna hear from you. I wanna know what maybe you found valuable, what you were confused by, and what else I can teach you about blending essential oils. So I look forward to hearing about what you've been blending, and I will see you next time.